Hey, welcome back to another episode of Phil Super. It's been a little bit since we put a video out, but here we're going to do something really fun today. Today, we're going to be installing a new center console for the car. So, let's just get right to it. So one of the things that I really hate about the Mark III Supra, as you may have seen in the other episode, is the fact that it doesn't have any cup holders really. So I had to install this one down here on the ground. I'm going to put a cup here, which will be great. You can hold a mug, which is really cool. And it won't be bumped by the left foot as I'm moving to try to push the clutch and stuff. But the problem still remains that that's just one cup holder. And even for the second person, if they have that cup holder, it may not be the best thing for them. So Christmas just happened, and the day before on Christmas Eve, I was thinking that I needed to go out and do some shopping. And so I needed to go out and get a present for my dad, and my dad needed to get a present for me. So what we decided to do is we just went together and bought each other our presents right then and there. And that way we knew what we were gonna get. So one of the things caught my eye as I was walking through the aisle of your local auto parts store known as Walmart. I stumbled upon this. Now this is just a generic center console made for any car, but it's more specifically made for things like minivans that have just a gap in between the two front seats where you can just set this down in between. Let me see, I think they have a picture on the back somewhere. Yeah, like this. So all you're supposed to do is you're supposed to just set it down on the ground between two seats. But here's what I really like about this, is I really like that there are 4 cup holders, 2 here, and that the storage center is pretty big. Oh, look at those other Supra goodies. How about that? That's for another day. In addition to that, has another tray here and another tray here. This you can take off, but all in all, I think that it is quite simply awesome. So when we make our way back into the Supra, you're gonna notice something. First off, this center console is much thinner. It's probably a good 4 inches thinner, but there is room between the seats here. There's about a 2 inch and a half gap in between both sides of the seats, which will give us a little leeway to work with. But here's some things that I don't like about this. First off, there are no cup holders. That's why we had to install the one down there. You're just left with this little square box, which is meant to hold some change, if even that. This car was made in the 80s. My car specifically is a 1986 and a half, so probably made in 1986, if not even earlier, which was really before the fast food took off and everyone was carrying drinks around everywhere. So it really just wasn't a big deal. Although this is outdated and has a lot of things that I think are cool, like a nice sleek design, I would like to update it and get it something that is more practical. Now there are really only 2 things or 3 things that I do want to keep about the old center console that I think are pretty awesome and I would like to have for when I finish the swap and finish the center console to get something new. So here are the things that I like. So there are really only 3 things. There's this button right here, which I actually don't need. That doesn't do anything to let it replace the suspension. So that can be taken off, which is great. By the way, this whole center console comes out all the way up to there. Don't mind the glare from the light shining on this. But here are the 3 things that I want to keep. These 2 buttons, which count as 1 and 2. So these control the mirrors. Actually, I don't even need that button because I replaced my mirrors for those ones right there. And these nice little fake carbon fiber ones. Brother got them for me, but they still look good, so we're not worried about that. So I guess that means that the only 2 things I want to keep are this lumbar support thing that adjusts the sides. So these sides can pinch in and out, which is heckin' awesome. And the seats are really comfortable, which is why I'm going to be long-term keeping the seats. But this controls the driver's side seat. So I have a couple options for this. I can keep this here and put it into the new center console, which is a viable option. Or I could extend the wires and stick it somewhere down here. I'm still up for playing around with that, and we'll kind of take it out and then just see what happens with it later. And then the last thing I want to keep is this black and red cover. So this did not come with the car. The car trim was originally gray, like you can kind of see back there. See how that on the left side of the seat belt is black and the right side is gray. Gray is the original color and black was what I painted it to later. But I really do want to keep that trim because my parents got it for me and I think it looks really cool. And also if you look at the trim on the other center console, it's just a gray plastic, which I think this black and red will look really good over. So yeah, those are the things that I want to keep for it. So as I mentioned before, the biggest obstacle that we're going to be coming across is probably size. It's a bit tall and a bit wide for what we have to fit in there. So we're going to have some trimming to do, but the fact is I could take a bunch of measurements and trim it as best I can, but I'm not going to know where to start until I take the old console out and put the new one in and try to start sizing things up. So let's go ahead and set you guys up on a camera and then just go ahead and take that other center console out. Alright, before we put this one in, I think it'd be kind of fun just to do a little unboxing. Obviously I unwrapped it from Christmas, but let's go ahead and get it out of the box. I'll set you guys down and have a little fun and get to explore this together, like buddies. I'm gonna go ahead and drag over this other center console over here so we get a comparison. Yeah, so here's the difference. This is much wider. I'm a little concerned that it won't fit, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work because I think this will be super awesome. So as you can see, they're near the same length, but what I actually want to do is I want to match up it more like this, if not even further back. And if you're wondering if that's even logistically possible to get that far back, the answer is yes. Because in the car we have the back seats extend back. So if the front seat ends here, then the console would end here before, and I could stick it back. And I've already cut up those seats a little bit, so I wouldn't mind cutting another couple inches in them to get the storage back there for anyone in the back. But that's what we could do with that. As for width-wise, let me stack this one on top really quickly. This is kind of what we're looking at. So you have this on top, and you have maybe an inch on each side, which is actually pretty good. So that's shoved all the way over to the right side there, and you have about an inch total. So that actually means that it's pretty feasible that we can get this in. I'm really liking the look of this. Obviously, we're gonna cut it up and get it all set in before we take it out and paint it. And then what I want to do is we're gonna paint this black, obviously, and then with this cover from the old center console that was right there, I want to try to take this top off and see if I can stretch it on there. At least to make it look even, so the lines will probably be off. So yeah, they'll be coming through the middle, but I still think that will look better. So that's kind of the plan of attack that I have. Let's just go ahead and get that little middle center console in the new one, get it in the car, and see where we're at with that. Alright, there's step one for us. So we got it in, and it looks ridiculous, but I'm actually liking it. So as we're in the car right now, I'm sitting on a screw, and it's quite uncomfortable. Actually, it's a screwdriver. You don't want that up your butt. Top tip of the day. You're welcome. I know you who is holding the screwdriver, put it down. You don't want that. But here's the problem first off. It's a pretty high perch, so if you're trying to go here, there's the shifter down there. That's a doozy to reach. That's the first problem. Obviously, it is quite tight. I do have a little room right here. I don't know if you can really tell that I can push this out. That gap is fine. Here, that's squished up against. We can work with that. That's honestly the least of my worries right now. A couple things that I'm going to need to watch out for. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on. Where's my coffee? That's much better, boys. Much better. That one's for you. I don't remember what I was last saying, but it is too high. I could work with the side things, but I see some good things right away. The first good thing is that I got to get it this far down. I know it seems small, but what's stopping it is actually the shift or the handbrake right here. The fact that I got it between the seats, that was what was my biggest concern, because if that was too wide, then it wouldn't really be salvageable without serious modification that may not really be worth my time. I pulled the center console out so you get a better, oh my word, my voice has sounded like a frickin' Transformer frog. I pulled the center console out so you can see, again, what I'm looking for. So this is the perfect height right here, and it's really about an inch shorter than this. But the cool part is, this has, even just without, or with just the bottom, as is, we have about an inch of extra gray plastic. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is grab an angle grinder and a marker and a tape measure and draw a straight line all the way around the outside about an inch down. Now this will all be painted black, so I can mark it up and cut it up as much as I want. And I'm gonna go ahead and take off an inch all the way around. It won't be enough to get us to where we want, but it's gonna give us an inch start down, and we could always cut more material later. And I've had too much experience with cutting too much right away and then having to either fill out some areas or not being able to make it up difference. That's an error on me, and I don't want to make that same mistake again, so we're going to start by just cutting off 1 inch, and then we'll see where we can go from there. So we got that inch taken off the bottom, came out here. Pretty nice even cut. I'm actually pretty proud of that cut. I know. I can cut a center console. So let's go ahead and just stick that bad boy. Let's drop that bad boy. See if we can figure out how to pick up that bad boy, and let's get this back in the car and kind of see where we're at sitting again. So we're looking a little better. It's obviously sitting an inch lower, though it may be a little hard to tell. Here's the next problem we're running into. It's the handbrake right here. So you see it's hitting right there, knocking up here, but there's about, I want to say about a 4-inch gap right in there between where this ends and where the other part of the center console goes. So this part goes over the shift boot like so, but it ends right there, and you can see there's a gap. So here's the cool part about that. Cool part, well, bummer part is that there's that gap that we're gonna have to fix. Cool part is that I can have a little more freedom to hack this up because I can set another piece over top here that's gonna cover that and make up the difference. So what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna straighten out the center console, make it look as straight as I can right now. And then once that's straight, I'm gonna go ahead and get a mark out an area that I'm gonna trim and see if I could trim off as little as I can. I don't wanna try to trim out this whole chunk right away if I don't have to. So I'm gonna make a little slot to try to see if I can fit it over this handbrake and then another step down. So let's go ahead and get this checked off the box as the next thing to do. So I discovered something just now that I think is pretty cool, and I'm gonna give it a shot before I go ahead and hack into this gray anymore. So as you can tell, these are two separate pieces of plastic, and this one is a whole third thing that I could pry off. You could see these little white dots. Those are where they had melted on or epoxied or something to get this on top. So I could just pop a screwdriver in and pop those out. I realized I already popped one out, which is how I know. Anyway, right here, I was reaching onto this to kind of see how far I need to cut with these marks, and I pricked myself on a screw here that I hadn't seen before. I thought that these were just two that had, you see right here? I thought they were just plastic riveted together or plastic welded. So with these screws, what I think I could do is I could take this whole black part off, which I really would want to do. Because what this allows me to do is this allows me to see if I just need to trim the gray and nothing else. Because if I could take this off and set this in, then all I have to do is, it'll be a lot easier to mock up the gray and see where I need to mesh that up to get it to fit and go flush with the rest of the center console and make it look good in the car. And it'll also see if it's even possible or if I'm cutting things and just wasting a bunch of time. So I'm going to go ahead and take out those screws that we have in there. I want to say there's 4, but I have no idea because I'm just going to be looking in and screwing in. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off right now, and then we'll be able to kind of see what we're looking at and see if we could actually get a better idea of what to do before we just start hacking away too much. And there we go, we got it out. As you can see, it actually kind of looks pretty cool, just the black part. See it all exposed and no more gray. It may just be the gray looking dumb, but that looks nice. And you know what we're going to do now? Put this bad boy in. Someone has put it in, ran into this little bracket right here, stopping it from going down to the waist, so that's the next thing to go. Alright, that's looking a bit better. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's fitting really nicely actually. So one of the problems we ran into was that one bracket that was popping it up. And you can still see it's not down all the way. There is a gap. This is the gap right in there, so I can't really lower the camera anymore. But the next thing that we're hitting is this back storage area. So it is hitting this back seat, but if you can see kind of, let me see if I can get it a little more light. Yeah, so if you see in there, the end of the seat is right there, and this looks like it'll slide down perfectly right in front. So I think what I could do is if I cut this back little section off, I'm gonna pop this off, pop the top off, cut this little back storage area off. If I could then mash up the back of this center console to fit the seat, then that'll give us a set area to mount, and it'll give us a little more room in there where we don't have to trim as much off the front. I think we're still gonna have to, oops, there goes the light. I think we're still gonna have to trim off a little right here. This is bopping. Yeah, you can see that fell down when I pushed it on the other side of the handbrake. Yeah, let's go ahead and just lop off that back section, take off the top, and give it another test fit. So we've really taken a lot of this from when we first started. I think you guys probably knew that was gonna come when we first opened it up and looked at it, and you realized that was a lot bigger. But we really have the essential things that are still left there. We have the cup holders, a little tiny storage tray here for easy access stuff, and the big storage tray. The coin collectors, that's just extra stuff, but hey, it's always good to have. But yeah, as long as we have the big tray and cup holders, that's exactly what we want. So let's go ahead and set this in for the millionth and first time and kind of see where we're at now. We are so close to getting this done, guys. We are really on the right track here, which I think is great. So yeah, we're gonna still have that gray part to fit back in, but this is sitting all the way down on the carpet here, which is fantastic, and this is pushed all the way up against the back. You can't really see it, it's way too dark. But here's the only thing we have left. I was a little afraid, and I knew this was gonna come, but yeah, it is still hitting the handbrake here. So that's really just gonna lop off a little section there, and we should be pretty stinking close. I'm really excited about that because this is gonna be so much nicer to get in. It's just gonna be a lot more comfortable and a lot more practical. Boys, it's fitting. Check this out right in here. Got a nice little cut, pretty near perfect. Back's fitting well. I ripped a good one. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I am hyped. This is so freaking cool. Like Like, wow, this is great. I now have cup holders. I have driven this car. I drove this car for 2 years before it went out of commission, and not having cup holders is one of the most annoying things you'll ever experience as a car guy, or as any person. Jeez, holy cow. Cup holders are heavenly, especially for someone who's always taking drinks. You know what? I know I need to explain this. I think you guys grasp what cup holders do, because you know, I'm gonna shut up and let me just take out my pink headphones really quickly. All right, so here's what we're gonna do next. No, we're actually not going back and fixing the gray stuff yet, because I want to make sure that this gets mounted first. So here's what we're going to do. What we have under here is we have this flat section on the bottom of the center console, and underneath we have 2 holes right here for essentially tack screws, because they're just in these rubber grommets or whatever. I think they're grommets. I don't know what they're quite called, but it's just made so that any screw with longer, thinner, sharp teeth can bite right in, and these will grab it and hold it in place. And plus, it's a center console that's pinned between 2 seats. It really doesn't need to move. So what I need to do is I need to figure out a way to mark where these 2 bottom holes are. What I think I'm going to do is I think that I'm going to take a little of some seam sealer and stick it on the top of each hole, and then go and set the center console down on top. And then I'll have those 2 little marks on the bottom of the center console. I could drill those out, screw those on. The only thing I'm worried about is it not getting the center console down straight the first time, but I think we're just gonna have to go for it and see what we can do. So let me grab a little seam sealer, I'll set it down, and then we'll kind of see where we go. I ended up using whiteout because I couldn't find, oh, stupid. I was just gonna say I was using whiteout because I couldn't find the seam sealer. I found the seam sealer. Anyway, after a small detour, we have these couple holes on it, which is great because you can see the insides of the holes exactly where we need to drill. So I'm going to go ahead and drill out a couple holes, and then we can screw this in and see how well it sits. So let's get right to it. Alright, we're mounted in. This is pretty fantastic. I can't sit down a light, but yeah, there we go. That's in, boys. I mean, that's got a little wiggle because it's plastic, but there's mounts in there. Get a light for you. So you see those 2 screws, those are holding it right into those mounts. Things are great. It lines up. The shifter slots right into that area. So we can go down and up, no problem right there. That holds it. And now all we have to do is finish putting on the gray trim. Okay, so this is gonna look really weird because in order to get it all set in, I need to take the screws out because this gray lip needs to go underneath the black. But I can't do that without taking it all out. So you're just gonna have to trust me when I say it freaking fits. So, yes, that fits. That's great. Fits on the back side too. It's dark. I'm not going to show you. This front does need to be trimmed down just the slightest bit, but I can measure that out, and I think it's just covering up a little bit right there. Super easy. One last cut, and then that's that. I'm going to call it for tonight, just because it's getting too dark, and I really don't want to have to try to force light in here and make it hard for you guys to see this. So I'll see you back tomorrow.